Hey everybody, little vlog time. So I'm trying to work on a script right now for an Animantium Rage Return review of Spider-Man X-Men. Uh, Script's coming along. Just kind of gotta probably edit it and a few other things. So got another little horror story that I've been thinking about. And this one's gonna try and be short, to the point. So I have not had the best luck with editors. I don't really think I'm a very good editor. I'm getting a little bit better, but I do wish I could hone my craft a little bit. But it's also about motivation and having the energy to actually do it and actually work at it. So much so that I actually had previously hired two other people. Well, hired. I had asked two people that were a couple of friends of mine to help me out. And both of them only helped me out on one project. And I'm not going to name names or anything like that. And I'm not going to talk, that much shit about either one of them. Because one of them, actually still, is a good friend of mine. And, and at least, his reasons were perfectly valid. His life was just way too busy. And to be perfectly honest, both projects that they turned in, came out really well. I think one's was probably better than the others, quite frankly, with what they had to work with. Frankly, I think it's a shame that I couldn't ask him to do it again. But this is more or less about the other one, who I got to give me a hand. And the thing was when it originally happened, I didn't initially even ask them if they wanted to help me out. I was just talking about how I would like to have an editor and somebody that I could afford, and they said, "Oh, well, I could give you a hand. Just what's the project?" And gave them the script, gave them all the footage. The thing that was originally a pain about it, and something that I've actually learned, is that if you're going to have somebody else edit for you, it's best to always have notes about where clips are and for specific references or anything like that, which can be a lot of extra work. But if you want to get that work done properly, it's always best to have those notes. So, a little mental reminder there. But we ended up having a falling out, specifically because of the second project that I asked them to do for me. Okay, so just for reference, the projects that these guys did for me, first one was an indie zombie review for, I can't remember the name, it was a fighting game. I want to say, and I know this isn't the right title, I want to say it was Rival Schools, but I know that's not right. But it was an indie fighting game. And I thought they turned in a great work, and then the other one, and I'm forgetting the name. Hold on, I'm gonna look them up real quick. Okay, so the first review was Battle High, Indie Zombie, and then the other one was Chasing Sticks, an Indie Zombie review. So the next review, and what's funny is it's the last Indie Zombie video that I did, was Citadel. And this time I took extra care to make notes on everything that I referenced and wanted to use. The thing was, and I realize this now, is that this person is incredibly sensitive to a lot of specific things, specifically gender topics and such things like that, because this plays into what happened. I had a joke in the review, a joke that they took great offense to, so much so that when they saw this joke, and I'm assuming that what happened was that they only read the script, that they didn't actually watch the video clip of me making the joke or anything like that, because they texted me and they said they are not going to do the video because they didn't like the joke, they thought it was rude, and they were offended by it. But then they followed it up, I guess, to try and make their reasons for it a bit more concrete, is that they didn't like the idea of the typical YouTuber's thing of always bashing on an indie game, regardless of whether it's good or not. Now, I'm not the kind of person who just likes to bash on something because it's indie or anything like that. Specifically, I would be bashing on it if it was a bad game, if it was poorly made, poorly designed, and was just no fun to play. Frankly, I'd be bashing on it whether it was AAA or indie, if it was bad. You know. And so what the joke was that they took such great offense at, and if you've seen the video, the joke was, I make reference to the fact that the main character that you play as is female, and it's an over-exaggerated it's an over-exaggerated joke that even I didn't think was, that good or anything like that. It would have been a joke I would have been perfectly willing to cut, but they didn't really give me that option. They just said, I'm not doing this. The joke was, who's a girl? That's how I make it in the video. Now, in the script, it probably just says that it cuts to me on camera going, who's a girl? Now, if you weren't willing to actually watch the video clip, you would probably see and get that, oh, it's an over-exaggerated, stupid joke. And then that's it. But instead, they chose to just take it as, oh, you're just being sexist. Well, this just kind of goes to show that you didn't really bother to do any research and just chose to get utterly offended by it. And, well, I mean, we stayed friends for a little while after that, but a lot of their political views really began to rub me the wrong way. They weren't a Trump supporter or anything like that, which, would have spoken volumes. But it was also the fact, too, that they were just saying just a really lot of, dumb, ignorant shit on their Facebook page. Especially when it came to the whole Berkeley thing, when that first happened, how originally there was a protest there, and then from what I understand, that a lot of the people that came in and started inciting the riot weren't people that were originally just a part of the peaceful protest. There were people that started coming in and just randomly beating the shit out of people. There's a video clip of a woman who's just talking to one of the interviewers, to one of the press, and one of these jackasses just walked up to her and maced her right in the face. And the thing about it was that he, or they, I should say, were defending the so-called protesters and claiming that, oh, well, they were just defending themselves. Like, the people that they were fighting against didn't do anything. They were just there, and then these people came and decided to just start beating the shit out of them for no reason. That's not defending yourself. That isn't. If people are not being aggressive to you, you're not defending yourself. You're just being a prick. And, yeah, and that was kind of the final straw. And they had done and said and taken some offense to some dumb shit in the past, where they took an offense to a Colbert joke at one point, where he was talking about... and if you've never seen the Colbert Report, you should know that it's an exaggerated joke, that he's making fun of, the overly aggressive right and stuff like that. And I don't even remember what the joke was, but it was talking about transgendered rights and stuff like that. And he made a Transformers joke, that was meant to be related to that. And they took such great offense to that. And for me, it's like, it's not like he said tranny or anything like that, or anything in relation to that, or anything like I wish I knew, what the actual original joke was. In fact, I could probably find it. Probably not going to be able to find it, but anyway, I just know that he made this Transformers joke that was meant to be related to the transgender issue, and this person decided to take great offense to that, which just goes to show just how hypersensitive you are. And it's just ridiculous where it comes to a point where if you can't take a fucking joke that's meant to be nothing more than a stupid joke, then you need to get the fuck over yourself. And especially that, too, that they took, such great offense to this stupid joke that, from me, that was nothing but a stupid joke. So, anyway, it's kind of something I just want to get off my chest again a little bit. It's sad, really, because, I do wish I was able to find an editor, whether they were local or out of state, somebody that was good, somebody that was open-minded, and somebody that could work at a reasonable price, because I can't really afford that much. But it would be something I'd be willing to negotiate over. Anyway, another little horror story. Hope you guys enjoyed. I need to try and get back to work. See ya.